This is Lucas Ramirez, and I've got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
SLT Nation! Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right. We are searching the country for rising stars who are doing big things and accomplishing what, KT?
Big dreams.
B-I-G dreams. And I'm going to tell y'all something before we get started. I went on there and I said, you know what? There is no city, no metroplex in the country that's colder than Dallas-Fort Worth. And when it comes to amateur athletics, and I started getting phone calls and DMs, and people say, man, you got to get out and about. You got to see some of the talent around this country. I reached out to a guy in Phoenix, and this man said, yes, we got some talent out here in Arizona. You got to come check us out. So welcome to the stage, head coach of Saguaro. Did I say it right, coach?
Yes, sir.
Saguaro High School, SaberCap Nation, 10 years coaching experience, AAU, high school, college, the whole game. We got him. Coach Lucas Ramirez is in the building. Welcome to the show, Coach. How you doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, guys. Excited to be here.
Hey, before we get off into Coach Ramirez's amazing journey, he tell us how dope the hooping and the football and all the sports out there in Phoenix is. Allow me to introduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, a true Louisiana. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, my partner in crime, the architect, the guru, the assistant coach, KT. How you doing today, Kev?
I was doing fine until you introduced me as the assistant coach, and I know you're gonna let me say my piece. We know that we have a dope coach, a dope head coach in Phoenix, but B. Jones, I'm the co-host of this show, right?
Yes, you are. You my brother from another mother.
So give me my props, man. I'm the head coach of Sports Life Talk.
You know what? Those who've been rocking with the show for a while, they know that Kevin is on a 5-game win streak. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So I'm salty. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm grouchy. I'm very cantankerous right now. Now, how you like those Louisiana words? All right, here we go. Hey, check this out. Before we tell you all about Coach Ramirez's amazing story and how he got his start in coaching and so forth, we got to pay the bills. Listen, I'm gonna show some love to Phoenix, and Phoenix got to show us some love. All right. On the count of 3, in Sports Life Talk tradition, we need y'all to smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and help us to create a storm, right? We want to get this show to go viral and tell the world about how dope you guys are out there in the city of Phoenix, as well as how dope Coach Ramirez is. And listen, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family members. So smash that subscribe button. Stick around to watch over 315 episodes of Sports Life Talks. You got next. Coach Ramirez, is the SaberCat Nation with us? I mean, don't gas us now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, welcome to the family. Kevin, we got to come up with a jingle for that part of the show. That's my favorite part of the show.
Yeah, we do. We can't have you singing and running folks off. But yeah, let's do that.
Without further ado, Coach Ramirez, you smile. Kevin, he's smiling right now, so that means he's having a good time. But you got to heat him up a little bit. Coach Ramirez, welcome to the Sports Life Talk Initiation.
Let's do it.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
That's so hard because I love music, and I'm sure everyone says that. I like all kinds of music. It probably just depends on the time of the year or the week, the month, whoever I'm listening to at that time. But I'll give you 5. Michael Jackson, probably one of my favorites. Outkast.
Coach, ain't nobody dope as me. So fresh and so clean.
Yes, sir. Let's go here. A little country music. Darius Rucker.
Hootie and the Blowfish. Okay.
Hootie and the Blowfish. Yep, no doubt. And then let's see here. I can pick a plethora from. Let's go old school. Let's go Temptations. Let's go Stevie Wonder.
Kevin, I don't think we've had anybody that kind of took us on a journey like that. I think we had some pop. I think we went hip hop. Then we went country, and then we closed this thing out with soul and R&B.
Okay, so Coach, if you don't know, we like to rank people's top 5. The highest you can get is 5. And the fact that you took us on a little journey just then, I can't give you anything less than 5. Hell, I can't give you anything less than 10. So give them 9, B. Jones. Give them 9.
Let's go.
Now, Coach, I got to ask you, did you do those for the players? Because your players going to watch this episode and they're going to be like, Coach, how you? Is that what is that what we got the Outcast?
No. I mean, I pride myself on the diversity in my music playlist.
This guy is eclectic, Kevin. That is what
he is. Darius Rucker, he has a song that's called Exodus. And that's a really good song, man.
Darius Rucker cold. He was cold when he was with Hootie.
I'm talking about post.
No, but I'm saying he was cold in country. He transformed his whole career. So Darius Rucker was cold.
Yeah, no, that song Exodus. Yeah, it was like right between like the Hootie and the Blowfish and Going Country. He had one like R&B album that really not many people know about.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that is a cold song for sure.
All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
Man. I don't know if this fits in the category of superhero. I'm not really a big, Marvel this or that, but growing up, and I still do enjoy watching them, big fan of the Star Wars series.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go that direction. And I'll go just old school Luke Skywalker.
I am your father, Luke. Lucas.
Yeah. But yeah, so I love that franchise growing up and still appreciate it. Still enjoy watching the new ones that come out. So yeah, I'll go that route.
All right, Anakin. Since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Oh man, that's a really, really tough question. I'm gonna stick with the Outcast. You inspired me. The So Fresh and So Clean.
Ain't nobody dope as me.
You can never go wrong with Outkast at any point. Summer, winter, spring, fall. Just rock Outkast.
No question.
All right. So if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
Oh, that's a phenomenal question. Again, you could go in so many areas with that. I would like to shadow for a day. Shout out to Texas. I'll go with Greg Popovich. Hang out with him for a day.
Yeah, one of the best to ever do it.
Don't let these current results fool you youngsters. Don't let what's going on in San Antonio fool y'all youngsters. This man been doing it for 20-something plus years at a highest clip. We talking about rings. We talking about all-stars. It don't matter. Pop can do it on and off the court.
All right. So if you hit that subscribe button or thinking about doing so, please do leave us your top 5, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. On behalf of the SLT Nation, I want to welcome Coach Ramirez to our family. So B. Jones, take it away, brother.
Because we are the coolest on the planet. Hey, Coach. Welcome to the show, man. And that's pretty cool, Kevin. I love doing the initiation. We get to learn a little bit about people, regardless of what they do. We get to learn a little bit more about their likes and stuff. But let's talk about some history here, Coach, because 2 state runner-ups, 3-time state champions. I mean, there's trophies all over your locker room right now at various different places and stops. But man, tell us, when did you start? When did you get involved with basketball? When did you fall in love with the game? When did you start playing, etc.? Tell us, take us on the beginning of this journey.
Yeah. Shoot, it probably started when I was 4 or 5 years old. I always tell people I think it probably started as a little kid, watching Space Jam, the original one, not the bad one. I think that kind of piggybacked into a admiration for Michael Jordan. I remember being a little kid, and again, very young, so the memories are hit and miss, but all the VHS tapes that Michael Jordan had, the Come Fly With Me, the Above Air or whatever it was,
Above the Rim, I think. I can't remember. Was it
Yep. Yeah, it was Above the Rim.
Yeah, would just wear those things out, and then, a staple growing up, is the NBA on NBC, so watching all the great basketball that took place in the mid to late 90s, and that was kind of my introduction to basketball. And then from there, just playing at a young age. And as I grew older, and that's what really led to my my love affair with it.
Man, that's crazy. I love that. So now, are you originally from the Arizona, or where are you originally from?
No, yeah. So I was actually born in San Jose, California. I don't remember why. We moved when I was young, and we actually moved to Cedar Park, Texas, so right outside of Austin.
Okay. So you're familiar with this good barbecue down here, then? These big old steaks.
Absolutely, yeah. So spent like 6 years there, and then we moved to Franklin, Tennessee, outside of Nashville. So spent some time there, and then going into like my middle school years is when we moved out here to Scottsdale. And it's been home ever since. But definitely appreciate having the opportunity to have lived around the country a little bit and appreciate the good food, the good people, and most definitely.
Well, I can tell you right now, that explains the top 5, KT, because he got a little bit of the Darius Rucker in the country. He went out there to Memphis and got some of the soul, and then he went back to Arizona. Okay, now we getting the picture clear, SagU. So I can see this thing. So now, did you hoop? Did you hoop at all growing up, or did you just fall in love with the game from a XYZ technical, strategic type fashion?
Oh, yeah, you can say I played. Now, how good was I? I was really good at running to the corner and shooting a three. I played and still break a sweat in, the men's open run at LA Fitness or whatever it is. But definitely knew, as I was finishing high school, I wasn't going to keep playing. The next question was, I knew whatever I wanted to do post high school, even post college, I wanted to stay involved with basketball somehow. And for me, the easiest connection was coaching, and that's really what led me to even getting my degree in education, so I could teach and coach. Because most places they want you to do both, and that's kind of what led to the idea of coaching, for sure, was I think everyone goes through it at some point. You realize, all right, I'm done playing. Now what's next? Now for some people, you're 17 years old and you're figuring out what's next, or if you're lucky enough, you play in college, figure out what's next, or so on and so forth. So I've been fortunate to know that this is what I wanted to be involved in. It was just kind of figuring out what the next steps were.
Man, well, I'll tell you what, I'm a Jimmy's and Joe's. We constantly, me and Kevin, you guys would love hanging out with us because we debate on everything. We are complete opposites, right? I'm loud. He's reserved. And so, but anyway, we debate all the time on Jimmy's and Joe's versus X's and O's. And I've always thought Jimmy's and Joe's, I disrespected the authority and the position of a head coach. And we started this show. We've spoken to so many head coaches from every different level all across the globe. And now, 3 years later, I see the importance of a head coach. And it's one of the hardest jobs in America, because you guys y'all are parents if somebody needs it, y'all are physicians if somebody needs it, y'all are counselors if somebody needs it, and at the same point in time, you got the pressure of trying to handle these kids and handle these parents. Oh, and by the way, you're judged and criticized by your wins and losses on the court. So to be a head coach is one of the hardest jobs I've ever seen. But you got 10 plus years of experience, man. Tell us a little bit about your coaching journey and some of your successes.
Yeah, no, I'll always say incredibly fortunate to be on the journey that I've continued to be on today. Like I mentioned, I knew as I finished high school, I knew that I was needed to find a door to open to get into coaching. And again, it all goes back to relationships, right? So I had a great relationship with my AAU coach. His name's 𝐦𝐚𝐧𝐭, and he runs the Southwest Rebels program. And so I played in that program. And then he's also the head coach at a high school here right down the road, North Canyon High School in North Phoenix. And due to that relationship, he let me be a fly on the wall and help out. I was 18 years old and I'm coaching the freshman team. So he was crazy enough to give me an opportunity to do that and get my feet wet. So, it was easy though, because since he ran his AAU program, was running the high school program, we would go from high school practice to then right after that, we'd have the fourth graders coming in, fifth graders, so, when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, really cutting my teeth and just learning trial by error and just getting thrown right into the fire, was able to coach high school basketball and then also coach youth, boys and girls, all ages, and get your hands on some player development stuff. So, it was, I look back at it and it's crazy to think just how much basketball and coaching was going on all the time. And then I look back and I'm like, oh wait, I was 18 years old. So it helped, I probably had a little bit more energy than I do now. And, so I did that, through my undergrad, did my undergrad at Arizona State. And then after about 4 years at North Canyon, when I was doing the high school and AAU thing, and I had the opportunity to join the staff at Phoenix College, Division II junior college, here and work for a phenomenal guy, Matt Gordon. He's a national champion head coach, multiple conference region championships, and developed so many players to go to the next level. He's probably one of, if not the best, one of the best basketball minds I've been around. And that's no hyperbole there. Spent 2 years with him and being at a junior college, I don't care what sport it is probably the best environment you can be in, because you really see what the head coach has to do to be successful there. We were at a school that had no out-of-state scholarships. There was no housing. So being able to see Coach Gordon work and then us as assistants help out where we could, but be able to manage and oversee the academic progress and the strength and conditioning program and doing the laundry and working out red shirts or gray shirts, and then also game planning, recruiting, scouting, the whole nine. And to be able to be given an inside look at that and also get my hands on some of those items, was really, really valuable. So around that same time is when I finished my undergrad, I started teaching. So then I teach social studies. So I was fortunate enough, I got a job at Horizon High School in Scottsdale, and that's actually where I graduated. So I had a really, really neat opportunity to teach there. And then eventually they convinced me, hey, why don't you come back home and coach here? And I was an assistant coach for the basketball team there and worked for a guy named Jerry Connor, who Arizona Hall of Famer. He was at the time when I started working with him, he was in his late 70s. He's still kicking today. He's doing great, still coaching. And again, a great opportunity to work from not only a Hall of Fame coach, but a Hall of Fame person, I always say. And, he has a gym named after him, at a school in the same district, so he was able to do a lot in his career as a head coach and coached a lot of Division I players. And he was the head coach for Mike Bibby in high school. So to be able to work for a guy like him, who's been around a lot of different people and influenced a lot of lives, was very, very beneficial. And then, it all kind of led me to where I'm at right now. I got hired in March of 2020, March 9th, I think it was, or March 8th, and got hired to be the head coach here at Saguaro. And then got the job, was excited to meet the players, and next thing you know, the
COVID.
whole world shut down, right?
Yeah,
so
COVID hits.
My first full year as a head coach was through that COVID year, and I always appreciative of that, I guess, because you kind of have to learn to adapt and ebb and flow more than probably anybody's ever had to, just us as a society. So going through a lot through that first year, and again, really fortunate. Our first year here, we won the region championship, which was the first time in 10 years, and had a great senior class, had 7 or 8 seniors my first year. And again, us and our coaching staff was really, really fortunate to work with that group. So had a really great year one. And then, we just wrapped up our third year at Saguaro. So again, really fortunate for the relationships you have and the people you meet along the way, whether it's your players or other coaches or other administrators. You really don't. We're not able to do what we want to do without the support of a great administration, and I mean that's what we have at Saguaro. They really cultivate the environment to push yourself to be successful, tell you the truth, tell you how to get better, be there to help you to get better, and there's not much more you can ask for. I think in your journey for people who are working their way up is you want people to be truth tellers, and you want people to help get you better. And I've always been fortunate, whether there's a reason behind it or I just keep hitting the jackpot and I keep getting lucky, but there's always people that want to see you succeed and will do whatever it takes to help get you there. And then here I am now, I'm sitting on your guys' SportsLifeTalk show, and here you are.
Hey, this is sacred ground, man. We see some people kind of blow up and blossom up after sitting in that same very seat that you are. So listen, I got 2 more questions. So I know we running short on time, but man, when I think of my favorite coach, and Kevin, I'll go down on record. Kevin will validate this for me, but my guy Erik Spoelstra is the truth, and he's a Latino, right? He comes from a minority. He's a POC, and my question to you is, you participate in a lot of organizations and represent your heritage and your culture and things of that nature. Tell us how much it means to see someone like Erik Spoelstra, succeed, and then also about yourself. What does that mean for you to be, a Latino and on the sideline and have to represent your people? And how powerful is that to see somebody like yourself in the mainstream and be successful?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. I think, for anyone, it's important to see someone that they can relate to, and someone that is maybe in a seat that they want to be in one day, or just in a position of power or authority, whether it might be a political office or, whatever it might be. Spoelstra, great example, Asian American, actually. He looks a little Latino though. But he's awesome. I've actually sat in on some Zoom calls, large group Zoom calls, and he's just phenomenal with his time and what he wants to offer. For us as Latinos though, like Frank Martin, Frank Martin's the head coach at the University of Massachusetts.
And Frank Martin is a diesel.
Yeah, no, and it's been really cool. I've gotten to know him over the last couple of years, and people know him, as the guy who likes to get on the officials, or he has that very poignant glare that he gives his players or officials. But again, I had no idea who he was, I knew who he was. I had no idea that he was Latino until there was an article probably around 2014, 2015. I want to say there was an ESPN. There's a great piece on how there's this rising number of Latino or Latin American coaches at the collegiate level. And that's what kind of first got me thinking, man, this is really cool, and ever since then, the article actually referenced a guy by the name of Jason Ludwig. He's an assistant at Santa Clara University. He actually recruited Jalen Williams, was really instrumental in his development.
Beast.
Once at Santa Clara, and he's obviously having a phenomenal rookie season here in the NBA.
Yep.
Jason Ludwig, at the time, he was the director of basketball operations at Arizona State. So I was a student at that time, and reached out to him just to go watch a practice. Right. And then next thing you know, find out that he's started this organization, the Latino Association of Basketball Coaches. So it started around 2014. And it's been really cool to see it grow throughout the years. Whether you're finding out, there's another Latin guy coaching at the University of Kentucky, Georgia, or even guys like myself coaching at the high school level. So, it matters a lot. It's really, really cool. And to have guys like Frank Martin, or even a guy like, a lot of people won't know who he is, but 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞, he was the first Latino head coach. He was at FIU in the early 2000s, late 90s. He's kind of the godfather, if you will. And so guys like him, and there's countless others right now that are head coaches. Mike Villado at Arkansas State, Ron Sanchez at University of North Carolina, Charlotte, Tony Pujols having a phenomenal season at North Alabama. Orlando Antigua is John Calipari's right-hand man at the University of Kentucky. So you can keep going down the list. Guys who are modeling, success that you can have, but at the same time, they're very open to helping young guys like myself, and I got to be careful. I'm starting to get older, so I can't say young guys like myself. But the next generation too coming up. There's people for them to look at, and it's really exciting.
Well, man, Kevin, did you know you was gonna get a little bit of lesson on this thing, man? I didn't know. I just learned Frank Martin was Latino. Hey, that was super cool.
I didn't know what nationality he was, to be honest with you.
I thought he was Italian or something, man. Because he got Frank Martin, the only person I'm scared of coming on this show. Frank ain't allowed on this thing. He'll make me nervous. I'm gonna tell you this other dope Latino coach. His name is Lucas Ramirez, and he's SportsLifeTalk. And that's what I'm saying. He part of the family. Hey, KT, you know what time it is, though. So buckle your chin strap, young man. Coach Ramirez, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where Kevin and I, we go 1v1, and you are now officially calling all the shots. Have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
Yes, I have.
So you know the rules are very simple. SLT. Hey, we going to pitch two options. Kevin pitch one, I'll pitch one. Coach selects one of those options. Whichever one he selects, that host gains a point. The first host to get 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. All right, Coach. Kevin, I mentioned it earlier. He's on a crazy streak right now. We got to bring this thing to the end. SaguaroHighschool Nation, y'all ride with me. Let's go. We got to shut this foolishness down today. The buck stops right now. Matter of fact, Kevin, before the show, he said he was a big fan of Chandler. I'm just telling you. He said he's all Chandler. He was rooting for Chandler. And so now we got, hey, y'all know what the SaguaroHighschool got to do with Chandler's right across the way. All right, here we go. Coach, let's go.
I have never heard of Chandler before until you just said it just then. So nice try, though, B. John.
I was going to say, that's incredible research. There you go. I like that.
Let's go.
Would you rather have a shoe made by Nike be named after you and the proceeds go to multiple basketball scholarships in your name, or
I'm gonna milk it a little bit here, KT. Or would you rather have an award named after you that represents a Latino, an up-and-coming Latino that's followed a journey similar as yours? So the Lucas Ramirez Trailblazer Award.
Oh man, wow, that's really trying to hit a soft spot, but also make me feel like a bad person, not helping raise money. Both would be tremendous honors, opportunities. But you know what I would say for right now, the scholarship opportunity is what I would pick. I got to do a little bit more to be considered a trailblazer. There's a lot of other guys more deserving right now.
And you aren't deserving. So you're not a trailblazer. You ain't a trailblazer yet, Lucas Ramirez. All right, here we go. Round number 2. Come on, let's go.
Would you rather host your own cooking show where you interview athletes and celebrities as they take you to their favorite places to eat in their hometown,
or would you rather spread the gospel of basketball and you create a YouTube basketball series where you get to work out with some of the best basketball players in the world, professional, college, and play basketball in the gyms that they grew up in? So you kind of travel around, you playing Kevin Durant in the gym he grew up in.
Right, DJ, you already said your piece, man.
I'm just trying to make sure I explain it. I'm just trying to.
He's very intelligent, man.
I'm just mansplaining it. All right, come on, let's go.
Just for the pure fact that I am not a great cook at all, that will steer me away from that. But let's go with the idea of doing a little YouTube series.
He's trying to do all the extra B Jones, and he ain't gonna pick that anyway.
We needed that one. We needed that one. Let's go. All right, round number 3 in the final round. Kevin, cue us up, baby. Let's go.
No, you run round 2. You cue us up. I'm on my feelings.
All right, Coach Ramirez, everybody watching. Kevin and I, we go live Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Part of that show, we have a segment. It's not just about sports. It's about life. It's about conversation. We have a segment that I present, and I present recent drops of tennis that are coming out. So it's a real big thing. Everybody gets excited about to see what's coming up next. And so we have this massive collection of sneakers. All right. So for round number 3, both of us are going to present to you a pair of sneakers. Now you have to select which one of these pair of sneakers represents you the best. Okay. So you pick a pair, and whichever pair you pick, that host will win this game. So all we need you to do, Coach Ramirez, is count down from 3. All right. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
And I already know you went chalk, B Jones, so I ain't even gonna do it. Yeah, I could have grabbed my other ones.
Oh, SagU.
Yeah, I already know he was gonna do it, so I tried to switch it up a little bit. Yeah,
SagU Nation. Look how clean it go with the hoodie, though. Look how clean it go with the hoodie.
Man. You know what? You brought it, man. That's can't go wrong with the SaberCat black and gold.
To be, I almost got my taxis. I was gonna get my taxis, but you got this one.
Yeah! The first game won in Phoenix, Arizona goes to 𝐿𝐺𝐵 and new SportsLifeTalk champion of the world. Coach Ramirez, thank you for bringing this back home. Kevin is a little sticky. What you was doing with the belt? It's a little sticky.
My business. Whatever I do with the belt when it's in my hands is my business. So you don't even worry about that.
It's back home now. All right, Coach. Well, the title of the show is You Got Next. Hey, everybody's rocking. Everybody loving it. We got to get out there to Phoenix to check out some of y'all games and play. I know for a fact that it is some heated battles out there and some of the best sports that in all areas that's going on. But tell us, Coach Ramirez, what does the future hold for you, and what's next for Coach Lucas Ramirez?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. Super cliche probably, but people say, be where your feet are. And that's something that I've tried to be really, really good at in the last number of years. Focus on doing a great job where you're at, and that'll lead to the next opportunity. But really, really enjoy being at Saguaro. I think we have a lot of unfinished business, and I'm really excited about our younger classes we have here that we're helping develop. And the biggest thing is no matter what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, is making sure there's great people around. And that's what I always try to surround myself with. Like right now, hanging out with you guys, right? Hanging out with great people. So really fortunate.
Coach gonna have us coming out there to Phoenix real soon, man. We gonna come out that thing and show out. I'm ready.
But yeah, no, just fortunate where I'm at, and look forward to seeing what we can do. Upcoming years here at Saguaro.
All right. So do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Sure. Absolutely. I've mentioned them before earlier when we were talking, but anyone I've worked for or worked with to help lead me to where I'm at, 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐿, North Canyon High School head coach, Matt Gordon, head coach at Phoenix College, Jared Connor, the head coach at Horizon High School, the administrative team at Horizon High School, and then my current administration, Ann Oxiger, our principal. I'm not sitting where I am today without her. And then our athletic director, Matt Harris, fantastic AD, fantastic leader as well. Both of them great leaders. And again, without their support, none of this is possible. And then, of course, family and all the people who've been celebrating and help push our successes further. You can't make it without your circle. And even the people outside the circle who want to see you not do well, then shout out to them too, right?
Shout out to your haters. I like that.
All right, Coach. So this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you giving your game ball to?
Yeah, I mentioned him earlier. Jason Ludwig, assistant coach, Santa Clara men's basketball. Obviously, they're in the thick of their conference run right now, and they're doing very well, back-to-back 20-plus wins in the regular season. But he would be a great guy to bring on. He's the president and founder of the Latino Association of Basketball Coaches, and he's worked at Mississippi State, Arizona State, UCLA, now Santa Clara. So a lot of experience, and I'm sure a really cool story to tell for you guys.
All right, Coach Ludwig, you are officially on the clock, but Lucas Ramirez, you are a trailblazer, sir. You are transcendent. You elite. You extraordinary. I love your energy. You tenacious, brother, and we appreciate you so much for joining the show. Lucas Ramirez, it is official. You got next. Sports Life Talk Nation. Man, it feels good to do shows like this. Hey, SagU, I'm rocking with y'all. I can't wait to get out there and we see how dope the basketball is out there in Phoenix, Arizona. But listen, come rock with us. Come hang with your boys. We your new play cousins. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to leave us some comments. I don't even care if you don't like me. Just say something ugly. I don't care. Leave us some comments. Tell me how you feel. And come hang out with us. 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time every Wednesday night. It's right here on YouTube, so it's easy access. It's a live show. It's unscripted. So come be a part of the conversation. I'm telling you, it's more than just sports, y'all. We sports and life, all right? So next year we're going to call it Life Sports Talk, Kevin. I don't know. We need to change it around so people can understand that we doing the whole thing. But KT, I got my belt back. I'm in a much better disposition than I was at the beginning of the show, as y'all can tell. Yep, as y'all can tell. So I'll let you finish it out, Andre 3000, because I'm Daddy Fat Sacks. I'm big boy.
Yeah, whatever. So, Coach, how far is Chandler away from you?
Chandler is probably from our school, probably 30, 40 minutes away.
Coach, he was messing with you, Coach.
Right, I need to go holler at the coach at Chandler. Maybe they'll go my way. But no, thank you so much for rocking with us, Coach. We really appreciate it. And like B said, man, we're going to make our way to Phoenix, man, so we can come out there, rock with you.
Absolutely. We'll make sure it's a Chandler Saguaro game.
Hold on. What's Chandler's colors? What are their colors?
They're
blue and white,
black.
ain't it? Blue and black. Okay.
Okay, I think I got some blue and black. I'll be right. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Hey, SagU Nation, we coming. We coming for sure. That's gonna be a game for the ages. I can't wait. But hey, last thing, Coach Lucas Ramirez. Ain't nobody fresh as me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because that's right. Together, we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See what's crazy is I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. kicking it.